Hello everyone, Coaster Daddy back with a coaster review today. I'm going to be talking about Steel Dragon at Waldameer Park in Erie, Pennsylvania. Steel Dragon is a Maurer Rides SC2000 spinning coaster, and it opened at Waldameer in July of 2004. This is a very small, compact spinning coaster model, and there are a few clones of this. It's just a basic stock model. It's only 1,391 feet long, stands at a height of 50 feet, features a top speed of 37.3 miles per hour. There are no inversions, and the ride duration is 1 minute and 24 seconds. I wanted to review this coaster mainly because, understandably so, it is very overlooked. There really isn't anything too special here. It's not really anything to write home about. It's just a typical small production model, that is fairly cheap for these small parks to get some sort of thrill coaster. Having ridden this many times, I actually think these are really fun rides and a really good fit for small amusement parks like Waldameer. And actually, interestingly enough, a lot of you are probably familiar with the coaster called Laugh Track at Hershey Park, also in Pennsylvania. This is the same exact ride as Laugh Track, just Laugh Track is indoors and features all kinds of neon colored stuff and theming and all this, and it's dark, where this is just sitting outside. Steel Dragon I find to actually be a really fun ride, and I almost wish that these were a little bit more common and that more smaller parks would get these, because they're fairly cheap, they're really small and compact, they have a nice footprint for these small parks. I swear I'm not sponsored by Maurer Rides. Without further ado, let's get to this POV here. Of course, Steel Dragon starts out in this really plain station, Waldameer. There is nothing that makes you say Waldameer could be a theme park. So it's just no theming, a bare bones building. You go up this lift hill really quick, as you can see. It is only 50 feet tall, but still, it's pretty awesome. You go down this twisted drop here. That's really fun. And then you twist up to the left, and then you go into these little hairpin turns, sort of like a wild mouse. You hit this block section, then you start to spin. Then you go up this really fun bank turn there, which is really cool. You hit another block section, and then you're going to start to go down these little dips, sort of this like little trick track type element there. You swerve in and out. That's really cool. Another block section, then you start to spin downward into a helix here, and you spin quite a bit on this ride too. Hit this block section, then you're just going to go over a couple really small dips and then hit the final brakes. So Steel Dragon, it's a really short ride, to be expected. However, when you're actually on this, it actually feels like it's longer than it looks in this POV. If you're actually on the ride, it feels really complete. And it is, They fit a lot of track into a small amount of space, and there's a lot of really cool elements. One of my favorite parts of the ride is after the first block section where you start to spin, you go down a little dip, and then there's that, I think it's like a 90-degree bank turn. If not 90 degrees, it's almost 90 degrees. You go up that little bank turn, then you twist back up to the right. It's just so well-paced. This is just a really well-paced ride. So it's a great family type coaster. It's not too big. If kids are looking to get into some bigger thrill rides, this is a good starting point. It's very thrilling, but it's not too big or intense. It's just a really fun, action-packed ride, and you'll get off of it smiling every time. I mean, I have so much fun on this ride, and I know it might sound kind of silly. I don't care, all you enthusiasts can rip on me all you want. It's a fun ride. A fun ride is a fun ride, and that's how I see it. And like I said, I wish that these were almost a little bit more common among very small amusement parks. That is actually something I have to talk about, though. It brings me into one thing that is a setback for this. Waldameer Park's operations are great. They have some really good operations, very consistent, and they keep their lines moving, but the capacity on this ride is just not very good. The theoretical capacity is 930 riders per hour, but realistically, you're not going to have that many people per hour. And the lines for this do get pretty long. So especially on a busier day, I went to Waldameer in 2018 on a really busy day in July. And I mean, the park was absolutely packed. All of the parking lots were completely full. We waited in line for Steel Dragon for probably about half an hour, which is a really long wait for Waldameer. I mean, the line builds up quite a bit. Whereas, the lines for Ravine Flyer 2 all day long were maybe 15 minutes at max. I only waited around 10 minutes most times I rode it during the day. So just something to note with this ride. But let me know what you guys think. Have you guys been to Waldameer? Have you ridden Steel Dragon? I would like to hear what you guys think in the comments below. I'm going to be actually having a sort of exciting video about Waldameer coming up at some point in the near future. And I can't wait to share some of that information and some of my thoughts on that. But make sure to stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. This is Coaster Daddy. Bye.